What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be a curator today. Guys, Vampirella has returned to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. It's been a while. We've been getting a lot of feedback and comments, wondering when the next Vampirella video episode would be released. Well, guys, we picked the right time. It's Halloween. The Halloween season, I should say, is upon us. And we wanted to kind of get things started with a bang. This is one of my more expensive Vampirella books. Horror magazines, if you will. And we owe that to the good people at Anthony's Comics. That's where we purchase all of our or I should say the majority of our Vampirella horror magazines from. This cover right here is absolutely gorgeous. You see why it's one of my more expensive ones. It's in fantastic shape. It's from June of 1972. June of 1972. So it's one of my more expensive ones and one of my more older ones as well. And Vampirella returns, guys, to fight the forces of evil in these strange and macabre stories. I believe this is this panel right here always ends at the very end of the book. So you have one panel here in the front cover, and then the back cover. So we'll see though. Let me just check that. Hold on one second. Okay, we are back. All right, so I wanted to check the back of that panel and see. No, it wasn't quite like that. See here, you have all of the stories here. And where's the continuing adventures of Vampirella? She and Adam find themselves deep in the Florida Everglades under the watchful eye of the god Chaos. I love the smell of these books. Smells like 1972. If that makes any sense to anybody, but to comic book people and horror magazine people, that these older books just have a certain smell about them. You're turning pages of history, if you will. A million readers can't be wrong. They all ask for Vampirella. Fan club. Our story here on page number 6. Is Vampirella and her crew. I don't think that was necessarily Vampirella on the front cover. It's very rare that she doesn't get front cover billing, but as you can see, this is a older edition issue. So in some of those older issues, that was the case. they will pick a story out of the book, and sometimes that story will get front billing. Although I could be wrong, as I'm cracking this book open for the first time with you guys. So I got my coffee. It's raining outside. The skies are dark and rainy. It's Friday. It's an early Friday here at the museum. And we're nice and toasty and dry and warm here in the museum. Beware of the dreamers. Back with more fantastic, exciting adventures from Vampirella. I think this gentleman has gotten himself into some issues here, some danger, some real problems. Be careful what you wish for. These pages are super crisp and clean. You want to pause your video at any time to read the panels. We have a lot of people that just enjoy reading along with me, or some people just enjoy pausing to look at some of the artwork, read some of the panels. So we try to be very diligent in our process of really going over each panel very carefully. I want you guys to take it all in. You know, later in the night, when a house is nice and quiet, and I'll put a pot of coffee on and really just enjoy going over this book again. Shooting the video is extremely fun, but it's also a time frame, you know, that I have to meet for the video. You know, I would love to sit here for 3 hours and shoot a 3-hour video with you guys reading this book. but that would drive some people crazy. So nothing beats just being able, you know, when the house is quiet and you can just crack open one of these books, jump in a lazy boy, and take it all in. This is a good story too. And the artwork is just sensational. It's gorgeous. I love this black and white. And I've always said this about the black and white artwork, is that the details come in so crisp, so clean, pure. It's not being diluted with all the colors. And I love my color comics. There's something about the black and white artwork, though, that's just very clean, untainted, if you will. You know, these earlier issues of Vampirella gave us longer storylines too. It seemed like her stories were a little bit longer. And like I said, the cool part about it is that you got the entire story. You didn't have to wait till the next issue, like you do with the DC and Marvel characters following their books. And that's how they hook you in, though. Yeah, these books were a little bit more expensive. They're bigger, more graphic, if you will. But these are the books that I grew up on as a kid. My father bring these books home, tons of these books, and he would just give them out to us, and we grew up on this stuff. This pentagram. Dream Slayer. So we see their paths cross. This gentleman that has asked to basically serve the devil, I guess this is his test to do battle against Vampirella. She can't assume her bat form. Oh, she's gonna try to get him with her powerful glare. And who can resist those eyes, right? She's making him point it towards himself. Round one goes to Vampirella. Oh, Vampirella needs her serum. And this is how she fights the bloodlust. She must feed. Look at the fangs. Dream Slayers watching from above. This is getting good, guys. Your thoughts? Do you want to see more Vampirella videos? More on a recurring basis, as opposed to, you know, so much time being put in. And I'll tell you why I do that, guys, is because I have to pick the right book. Like all of my collectibles here in the museum, my books, my comic books and my horror comic magazines, they have to be at a fantastic condition as well. This is a trick, though. It's Dream Slayer. Look at the horror on Vampirella's face. That speaks volumes right there. Brute force can be sometimes a formidable defense. Adamus offering Vampirella his blood. Look at Vampirella's face. But without Vampirella, she's in bad shape. Vampirella's trying to fight it. She got him. She's got him. He sacrificed himself. Back to the nightmare world. I can't say enough about this fantastic artwork. You know, this is the artwork that I grew up on as a kid. And it's truly spoiled me and millions of kids like me from the 1970s to what the artwork, and it's not that the artwork's bad now, it's just, I don't know, it's not as personable, it's not as put together like this. There's just something about this artwork. You know, you had just so many different fantastic artists, you know, working on these books. Look at the detail in his face right here. So for the close-ups, they get great detail in the face, the artwork. Adam's, he's awakening. Brother still won't forgive herself. Fantastic, guys. That was a great story, and like I said, you had there was a ton of pages for that. Great reading, great artwork. And this is Horus, Tomb of the Gods. So I believe this is the front cover. Yeah, page 26. This beautiful woman is seeking her king in the afterlife, I believe. Eternal life. He is asking a lot of questions. Those pages really, it's nice and crisp. These pages are fantastic. You know, I noticed something about this particular book. Doesn't have a lot of advertisement pages in it. So you're getting straight storylines from each story, uninterrupted. They're speaking to Horus. great pages. Fantastic, fantastic artwork. And this is from the front page. The cover, the front cover here of our Vampirella issue 17 book. And it's perfectly drawn out. It's almost, it's just like it. They're not just shadows. Shadows that strike with deadly pinpoint accuracy. He calls for an effort. This is a book, a story here that I would absolutely need more time to digest and to really pour over to get more of an understanding. And this is what I was talking about. And this is, guys, all you have Vampirella books and creepy books and all those fantastic monster magazines, horror magazines. The stories are so rich and in-depth. You really have to pay attention and really get the reading. So it's him all along. There's Vampirella. She tells the stories. Another cool story here. We're just gonna kind of skim through it though. Try to get you all the panels though for your reading. Yeah, I've had that situation when everybody's telling you wrong when you know you're right. This is one of those stories. And look at this. This is just fantastic artwork. The shading, the shadowing. This is why I've just fallen so deeply in love with these books. And that love has gotten stronger and stronger as the years go by, as I've gotten older now. You know, because your appreciation for this type of artwork and this type of craftsmanship, it just continues to grow. I know they're trying to bring these books out or back out, or books like this back out to kind of pay, you know, or try to pay homage or salute these older books. It's hard for me to get into those books though. They're using electroshock therapy on her. Need I say more? Literally, need I say more about how beautiful this book is? And, I think this young lady is getting, what's her name, Melissa. I think she's getting closer. Yes, Melissa is getting closer and closer to the truth. And this is about vampires. You can see I have the 2 puncture wounds here on her mom's throat. And she thinks she's the vampire, a vampiress. No, it's not. It's her father. The ecstasies of the night. And blood. He's got her. It's Vampirella. Another awesome story here. A man's world. Skim through this one, guys. Guys, your thoughts, your opinions on a fantastic issue of Vampirella. Would you like to see more Vampirella here at the museum? Would you like to see other books? Like I said, we do have other books, eerie, creepy, you name it. We have those horror magazines as well in our museum collection. Vampirella has always been the flagship of our horror magazines and our comic books videos. She's always been #1. She's drawn the most attention, the most fanfare. So it's always been Lover of the Bayou. So it's always been Vampirella as #1. You know, I started back in, I want to say 2017 or 2018, one of those years, doing our first Vampirella horror magazine video, and it was a smash success, and we've been doing it ever since. You know, like I said, sometimes, you know, the reason for the long layoffs or pauses, if you will, in between videos with Vampirella is because I'm searching for the right book and the book has to be not so much as price-wise, condition-wise. Yeah, I see a lot of books that I want, Vampirella books I want, but the books are simply not in the condition that I want them in. So you get those long pauses in between videos. We're back, guys. This is another story that I really need to take a good look at. It's very interesting. And this is how I immerse myself, guys, into my museum. I'm sitting down, I'm drinking my coffee. It's relaxing. So here's all of your awesome advertisements, more books, horror comics of the 1950s. Frankenstein, Dracula, the Doll Maker, Perry Rhodan, Tarzan. It's great, all great books. Look at the prices on some of these. This is from 1972, guys. This is a time portal, if you will. This is a time machine. You know, I was 2 years old in 1972. Got the creepy mask, eerie mask. The Phantom, another one of my favorite superheroes. Very ancient now. Buck Rogers. Dick Tracy. The Popes. You name it. All the creepy back issues. Complete your creepy collection now. Order these back issues. This is the fun part about the comic books, is all of the awesome advertisements. Now you look back, you know, nearly 50 years. It's been about 50 years. This book is 50 years old, I believe. 50 years old. 50 years old. My, how time flies. And yet at another Halloween month of Halloween fun and fair, you know, we're just enjoying ourselves. This rolls you right into another story. Oh, the ring around his neck is getting smaller and smaller. The wedding ring. So this is a smaller, this is a smaller story. Look at this. So he dies the same death. Vampirella's got it all right, guys. Subscribe to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum channel if you haven't yet, guys. We have a ton of fun. As you can see, here's the front cover page. You name it. And we'll go back to the front one more time. More fun, more Halloween fun for the Halloween season, guys. More fun on the way, more excitement, more horror on the way. You know the routine, guys. God bless. Stay safe and keep collecting.